Welcome to ReportEdge TV. Tonight, a shocking attack near the nation's capital, a tragic loss, and a dramatic response from President Trump, whose remarks could reshape U.S. immigration and security policy. What happened? The attack in Washington, D.C. on November 26, 2025. Two National Guard soldiers assigned to patrol duties in downtown Washington, near 17th and I Streets and W, just blocks from the White House, were shot in what authorities have described as a targeted ambush. The suspect, identified as Ramanullah Lakanwal, was taken into custody after also being wounded during the incident. Law enforcement describe it as a lone gunman attack aimed directly at the troops. The shooting immediately triggered a citywide security alert. Streets around the area went on lockdown. Buildings nearby, including offices in the block, were evacuated or sealed off. Casualties and victims. One of the guardsmen, Sarah Beckstrom, 20-year-old private, succumbed to her injuries late Thursday night, becoming the first casualty in this tragedy. The second, Andrew Wolf, 24-year-old staff sergeant, remains hospitalized in critical condition, fighting for his life as of the latest official update. The loss of Beckstrom has been mourned widely. Officials describe her as courageous, dedicated, and committed to protecting the nation's capital. The Guard's leadership has called her death a devastating loss to their community. Trump's response, addressed to the nation from his base in Florida. President Trump delivered a formal video address, calling the shooting a crime against humanity, an act of terror, and an attack not just onto soldiers, but on our entire nation. He confirmed that the suspect in custody is a foreign national, stating the gunman entered the United States from Afghanistan under a previous resettlement program. Trump described Afghanistan as a hellhole on earth and bluntly labeled the attacker an animal. In a firm tone, Trump blamed what he described as lax vetting by previous administrations. He argued the shooting underscores the single greatest national security threat the United States faces, citing the need for urgent reassessment of immigration and refugee policies. As a direct result, Trump ordered 500 additional National Guard troops to be deployed to Washington, D.C. to bolster security, essentially signaling an escalation of military presence in the capital. Immigration and asylum policy shift. What's changing? Within hours of Trump's address, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services USCIS announced that all immigration requests from Afghan nationals are paused indefinitely, including visas and asylum applications. The decision affects thousands of Afghans, including refugees, asylum seekers, students, and special immigrant visa (SIV) applicants, many of whom were hoping for resettlement in the U.S. under prior programs. The official justification: a full-scale review of vetting, protocols, and security procedures for all admissions under past programs, especially from Afghanistan. The administration framed this freeze as a necessary security measure in light of the attack, reactions, and controversy. Supporters of the move argue it's a necessary step to protect national security, especially given the gravity of the attack. They point to the Guard service protecting the capital and say the government must prevent future threats. But critics warn that the sweeping freeze and crackdown unfairly penalize all Afghans, including those who help U.S. forces in Afghanistan or fled persecution. Many fear this will put vulnerable people at risk and derail humanitarian resettlement efforts. Veterans and refugee support groups have urged caution, arguing a single act should not be used to punish an entire community or dismantle long-standing asylum and refugee processes. What happens next? The additional Guard deployment raises questions about how long heightened security will last in D.C. and whether the Guard will remain engaged long-term. Immigration authorities say they will re-examine all Afghan admissions For thousands waiting for visas or asylum, it means an indefinite delay, loss of hope, and potentially broken lives. The shooting and Trump's reaction is likely to reshape the national debate over immigration, refugee policy, and national security, with long-term consequences for U.S. migration laws. Meanwhile, investigations into the shooting, the suspect's history, and how he entered the United States will continue. Scrutiny may include vetting failures, oversight issues, and security protocols. Closing anchor summary. Tonight's events are a grim reminder of how a single violent act can ripple across nations, reshaping policies, disrupting lives, and igniting heated debates. From a tragic ambush in downtown Washington to a nationwide security crackdown, the impact has already begun to unfold. The death of a young National Guard soldier, the critical condition of another, the arrest of a suspect, and a sweeping pause on immigration for Afghan nationals. These are not small developments. As America watches and waits, ReportEdge TV will continue to bring you accurate updates, eyewitness reports, and in-depth analysis. Stay with us for more. Thank you for watching.